here. Jack opened his eyes. It was so dark he couldn't see anything. He felt his clothes. He was wearing his t-shirt and jeans again. The leather bag had turned back into his backpack. "Hello," said Morgan Le Fay. Her voice came from the corner of the treehouse. "Hi," said Annie. "Did you have a good journey?" asked Morgan. "I did," said Jack. "But girls can't do anything fun in ancient Greece." "I did one fun thing," Annie said wistfully. "I rode in a chariot pulled by a flying horse." "That must have been wonderful," said Morgan. "You were very lucky to be bringing me the story of Pegasus." "Who?" said Jack. "Pegasus," said Morgan. "He's the great white winged horse in Greek mythology." "Oh yeah," said Jack. "I think I've heard of him." He felt in his backpack and found the scroll. He gave it to Morgan. He could still barely see her in the dark. "It was written by Anonymous," said Annie. "I know," said Morgan. "Many talented women used that name in the past. Her story will be a great addition to my Camelot library." "Plato helped us find it," said Jack. "Ah, my good friend Plato," said Morgan. "He was one of the greatest thinkers who ever lived." "And Pegasus was the greatest horse," said Annie. She sighed. "I just wish I could see him again." "You can," Morgan said softly. "He's here right now." "Pegasus?" cried Annie. "Oh boy!" Annie turned on the flashlight and used it to find her way down the rope ladder. Jack grabbed his backpack and followed her. When they were both standing on the ground, Annie shined her flashlight at the dark trees. "Pegasus," she said. "Where are you? Pegasus!" "Turn off your flashlight, Annie," said Morgan. She was looking down from the treehouse window. Annie switched off the light. "In the night, you can see all the story characters that saved you on your last 4 missions," said Morgan. "They are all here. Hercules and the Silk Weaver, Sarf, the Serpent Monster, and Pegasus." Jack pushed his glasses into place and studied the dark woods. "Where are they, Morgan?" cried Annie. "Where's Pegasus?" "Look hard," said Morgan. "I can't see him," said Annie. "Yes, you can," said Morgan. "The old stories are always with us. We are never alone." "Has Morgan gone crazy?" wondered Jack. "Look up," said Morgan. "Your friends are in the night sky. They are stars." "Stars?" whispered Jack. He stared at the shimmering field of tiny stars overhead. "Hercules is a constellation," said Morgan. "The Romans imagined him kneeling in the sky, holding a club over his head." Morgan waved her finger at the sky. For a moment, Jack saw a living, breathing Hercules outlined by stars. "And there's the Silk Weaver with her beloved cowherd," said Morgan. "The ancient Chinese believed that they were 2 stars on either side of the Milky Way." Morgan waved her hand again. The lovely Silk Weaver was outlined in the heavens. "And long ago, the Irish believed the Milky Way itself was the serpent monster Sarf," said Morgan. Morgan waved her hand. A giant serpent glittered through the sky. "And the ancient Greeks named one of their constellations Pegasus," said Morgan. She waved her hand again, and the horse's white head, wings, and galloping legs glowed in the sky. "I see him," said Annie. Then she whispered, "I love you, Pegasus." Jack thought he saw the stars move as if Pegasus was rearing back in the sky. After a breathless moment of silence, Morgan lowered her arm. The night sky became a field of tiny glittering stars again. "You have done amazing work as master librarians," said Morgan. "I would trust you with any important mission." "Does that mean we're going on more trips?" asked Jack. "Indeed it does," said Morgan. "Many more." Jack smiled with relief. "When is our next mission?" asked Annie. "As soon as I need your help, I will send for you," said Morgan. "Go home now and rest." "Goodbye," said Annie. "Goodbye," said Jack. "Farewell," said Morgan. There was a sudden rushing of wind, then a blur of blinding light, and Morgan Le Fay in the magic treehouse vanished. The night was still. "Home?" asked Annie. "Sure," said Jack. As they walked between the trees, the Frog Creek woods were pitch black. Jack couldn't see a thing, but he didn't ask Annie to turn on the flashlight. For once, he wasn't worried about finding his way home. He felt as if someone, or something, was leading them through the woods. Morgan's words came back to him. The old stories are always with us. We are never alone. Jack looked up at the stars again. They were beginning to fade in the growing light of dawn, but he thought he could hear the beating of giant wings somewhere high above.